It's a lot harder, it's a lot more work, I think, to make comics. It's a lot, and a lot of these people that make them, they do it because they love it, and a lot of these guys, guys and girls died broke and penniless, and they made some of our favorite books. So they weren't celebrated like rock stars, you know? So in some ways it's harder. And if you want to start a band, you could just go start a band. If you want to be in a big band, well, that's a different story. I guess the same goes for comics. If you want to make like the next Watchmen or the next Doom Patrol or the next Invisibles, like, you know, you shoot pretty high and you go for it and you see what you can pull off, you know. But certain books are like, you know, like they're kind of like these moments in time, like the Beatles, like they come around once in a lifetime and there's never anything like them again. It's just like, so that part is just like music. In a band, there aren't really, I guess there's technically predetermined roles, but those lines can blur. I don't feel like they blur so much in comics. I think, you know, even though it is very collaborative though, like for example, I could send Gabriel a script and he can say, hey, you know, I'm gonna change these panels around a little, I wanna tell the scene like that. He's still like drawing the book and I'm writing the book. And then sometimes, you know, Dave will have this idea of doing off-register colors. So it is a collaboration, but I'd say the roles are super defined. Whereas in bands, it may appear from the distance that roles are super defined, but behind the scenes they're not as defined as you think. I think they blur a lot more. And I think because of that, there's a lot more problems in bands than you would find. You rarely hear about comic book teams breaking up. But I do think sometimes that like amazing, phenomenal art can kind of save a book, and you know, stuff that's not so phenomenal could kind of hurt a book. The writing is obviously very important, but I think these days writers get a lot more credit than artists, and I think artists are just as vital. Like without Gabriel Ba, there's no Umbrella Academy. Like it wouldn't look or feel the way it is. Killjoys was more art-based. Killjoys was kind of more like, what do I want this stuff to look like? And it was also tied into a record, so that was a little trickier. But that was fun because I went to a costume shop with Sean Simon, who was my co-creator and writer, and we just said like, all right, everything in this comic shop we're gonna make. If we can't find it in this shop, it won't be in the comic. So we found all this weird stuff and like put it together. But Umbrella Academy, you know, I was just inspired by, like, I'm trying to think artistically. I just was looking for what I thought was missing in comics and what I wanted to see in comics, and I just let my imagination kind of run.